Hello and welcome back to another webinar. Today we are going to talk about Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud and how it works. I hope you all are excited and already not fed up of our earlier webinars. It's been a series of 12 to 13 webinars that we have posted already onto the channel of Salesforce Hulk. If you haven't yet checked all of them, just go to our YouTube channel Salesforce Hulk and check all of them out one by one. You just have to click on live videos in order to check out all of them. We have tried to cover almost all of the clouds of Salesforce that are available in all of these webinars, and some different webinars as well. One amongst which was related to AI in Salesforce as well. So that's what it is. Before moving ahead with the webinar and today's topic, I would like to make a forward-looking statement. Please do not make any buying and purchasing decisions based on the information presented into this webinar. This is purely for educational and informational purposes. Please make sure to verify the details from the account manager or the account executive of the Salesforce before making any buying or purchasing decisions. Do not rely on to anything that is presented over here to make any of those decisions. About Cyntexa. Cyntexa is a Salesforce Crest, earlier called as Gold Consulting Partner. We've got more than 400 people working with us. We're catering to 14 different industries with clients spread across 20 different countries, and we specialize into multi-cloud and cross-cloud implementations. What that means is that beat any cloud of Salesforce or any other cloud out there, whether it be the Google Cloud, like AWS or ServiceNow or any cloud implementation you need, we're there to help you. We are an approved ISV partner, App Exchange partner, cloud reseller partner, and link partner. And we also hold partnerships with Google Cloud, AWS, Microsoft, ServiceNow, and Nintex. And we were amongst the first of Nintex partners in India, right? Yeah, and here are some stats about Cyntexa. Today, I'm here. I'm CEO at Cyntexa as well as S2 Labs. My name is Shrey. We have Vishjit with us. You might recall the face. Vishjit is a CTO at Cyntexa. Hi, Vishit.
Hi.
Excited?
Yes.
Tired?
No.
All right. Today's agenda looks something like this. So we're going to talk about what exactly consumer goods industry, first of all, looks like for the people who do not even have much clarity of what exactly consumer goods industry is, because in a lot of our webinars, there are a lot of technical people also who join us. So we have to cater to them as well in terms of giving them the clarity, like, okay, which all businesses are out there which belongs to this particular industry. Then we're going to talk about what exactly Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud that we're going to talk about. Then the current trends in the consumer goods industry. Then the common challenges faced by consumer goods companies. Then how does Consumer Goods Cloud address the industry challenges? And then the key benefits of Consumer Goods Cloud. Then the data model of Consumer Goods Cloud, and then the demo on Consumer Goods Cloud, which you should watch. And then how industry giants or which industry giants are leveraging Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud in their business, and how it aligns with the Salesforce ecosystem, and then how to choose the right implementation partner. And then we're going to give you some time to ask whatever questions you have related to Consumer Goods Cloud or anything in particular. So shall we start?
Yes.
Are we all ready? All right. Okay, let's start with introduction to consumer goods industry. Vishjit, what exactly is consumer goods industry?
So consumer goods industry is basically, when we think about it, what comes into my mind is, walking into a mart or a superstore, with a cart, purchasing some items, and, that's basically what consumer.
So anything that the consumers purchase, any good that a consumer purchase from any of the store, whether be that the brick or mortar store, whether it be the supermart, whether it be the online store, anything and everything is comes under consumer goods industry. And this and when we say consumer goods industry, it's typically the items that they need on a regular basis, right? In order to maintain their life, in order to live their life, and for which they have a regular requirement. And this is a big enough industry in itself.
Definitely very big.
In every country.
Every country,
What is the growing market for this industry right now?
So the growing market for this industry...
it's Africa.
It's Africa, underdeveloped,
Underdeveloped, yeah. So, and already the growth market into it?
Definitely US and Europe,
Yes. US more.
US definitely,
So that's what it is. A consumer goods industry, you can relate it. So if you're someone like, if you're from India, you can relate it with Big Bazaar. If you're someone like, or you can like take an example of Shopper Stop. If you're someone from US, it's Costco, it's Home Depot, Walmart, of course. How can I forget that? So any of these businesses belongs to the consumer goods industry, and any company which is executing into this particular space can take the advantage and use Consumer Goods Cloud provided by Salesforce, which is going to help them ease out their business in a great way. So let's talk about it. What is Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud? What is it?
So Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud is, as we have talked about earlier as well, it's a dedicated cloud that Salesforce has created for the consumer goods industry. It has certain features, certain out-of-the-box capabilities which caters to the consumer goods industry. When I talk about it, it primarily revolves around, retail execution, doing the right things into the retail stores, maintaining and checking a lot of things in those particular stores, the placement, the inventory, the promotions. And then along with it, it also incorporates the insights and analytics that we can utilize to increase our sales, identify which stores are doing good for us, which stores we need to kind of realign with our marketing planning. And, we cannot have simply one template that we can use across US. It would be varying from state to state, from city to city, and from region to region inside the city itself only. Like in the downtown, it's different, something different. So Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud is a cloud that helps us do that, starting from the field service rep all the way to the management. It involves sales, it involves service, it involves trade promotion management, it involves retail execution. These are the 4 additions of Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud as well, as they have positioned themselves. So definitely, it allows us to do that. It was initially a product which was built by Accenture that Salesforce kind of took over and extended.
Salesforce acquired it?
Yeah.
And it was the product. And it earlier, was it an app exchange application?
Yeah, it was Rex, retail execution. I'm not sure about the exact name, but earlier it was an application from Accenture, yeah. Then you will also find from the technical perspective, if you look for documentation, you will definitely come across documentation where still it says, Accenture, documents from Accenture itself only.
So Accenture might have done it for some of the big giants out there, and that same implementation became a product which Salesforce later acquired, which is now labeled as Consumer Goods Cloud.
Exactly.
Got it. And it's absolutely native to Salesforce, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely native to Salesforce.
And it's not built by Salesforce Industries, Velocity.
No, it's not built on
it's
top.
Native to the Salesforce platform.
Yeah.
Got it. And what about the AI thing into it?
Definitely, AI is definitely almost everywhere in all the clouds of Salesforce. And it definitely utilizes that a lot into its execution, into its planning, into its, specifically for, route optimization, for identifying which stores to visit, identifying the right data. So AI is a big, I would say, core part of it. They also have planogram check with AI, which they have recently discontinued because I believe they are going to come up with a much more effective and much more, I would say, powerful planogram check. We will discuss what planogram check is and how it was working so far and what they are planning into the works right now.
Got it. What exactly is going to be the difference with Consumer Goods Cloud and without the Consumer Goods Cloud in terms of the customer's interaction and customer's experience with the brand?
Got it. So see, the traditional way of doing consumer goods, execution is, you basically do things, in a much more traditional way. You are, doing visitations as per your data that you are maintaining, either in spreadsheet or in some legacy system that you have built. It's all disconnected. So definitely having that data into one unified platform that we can use is going to be much helpful for us. Then we have to have a route which allows us to, go into the execution mode itself only, which is, modernizing the route to market, which is basically, managing key accounts. You have to manage the key accounts. Then you have to, optimize the field execution that you do. When I say field execution, the number of stores that you are visiting as a sales rep, if it's 10, if you could increase it to 15, that's going to definitely impact a lot for a business. If you are able to, do better optimization of the data that we are tracking from there, the products that they are placed, the promotions that we have, the surveys that you are doing. So definitely it's going to involve into that. If I talk about the, changing environment of,
Consumer goods industry.
So it's definitely going to be the first. People are looking for experience.
So you're talking about the trends that are going on into the consumer goods industry.
Definitely.
So people want more experience than just the product.
Yeah, exactly. They want experience. So like if I'm going to buy a T-shirt, then I'm looking for a particular brand itself only. Like I want it from Armani itself only, or maybe Tommy itself only. I want it from there itself only. So it's getting a little bit. People want that experience.
So that's not the experience. That's a brand, right?
That's brand. But what they are feeling with that brand itself, and like I'm buying that. So it's an experience for them.
So the buying experience should be good. It's not just about the brand. But if they're buying it from the brand, the experience, the overall experience of that product placement, that product's display, that products, everything, right? Where the products are placed, whether the right combination of clothes are placed at the right position or not, which clothes are there which are highly popular, and looking that, like, all right, like let's say there are 10 articles that they've manufactured, and out of those 10 articles there are 2 articles after looking at which people arrive at that particular desk or that particular section, right? If that's displayed onto the section, if that is placed as a display on that particular section, so this is something that that will be able to track, instead of letting the field reps, or instead of letting those sales reps decide which product to place as a placement on that display. It's going to be you who's going to define it in a more strategical way and in a more data driven way, which is going to improve the overall experience of the user or of the consumer.
Definitely. Then it's data driven personalizations. Basically, everybody wants it's personalized. So if you're not identifying the right products that needs to be placed in the store itself only into the right segment, so they lack over. Like if the brands are not doing that, there is a lack over there, and people don't want that. They want much more personalized. Like if the trend is saying that people are looking for crew necks T-shirts, then you should be placing that. That is a personalization for them itself only. If you're not cashing in on that, that's something that you are losing out on. So that is something that they are looking for. Then we have omni-channel strategies. So basically, they want the same experience, either offline, either online. If there is a 25% discount going on online, it should be there offline as well. Because a lot of people go to stores to, kind of check.
After looking at the online application.
Yeah, they want to, see the fabric. They want to, experience it. So all of that. So the experience should be the same across both offline and online channels. So that is omni-channel strategy needs to be implemented in such a way that they are getting the right experience and it's consistent across both offline and online stores. Then we have impact of emerging technologies
like AI.
Definitely AI. Being AI, able to utilize the capabilities of doing certain insights, doing certain analytics, which allows to identify, okay, we should be placing our products into this particular segment. We should be having this particular items
and the right recommendations store. Right?
Yeah. And AI is also helping identify what particular product we need to sell more, by identifying the trends from the industry itself only. If people are getting health conscious, they are looking for more products from let's say which are having less sugar and all of that, the AI can help do that. So consumer goods industry is definitely benefiting off that, and it's definitely utilizing that for running their systems, running their I would say product development in itself only.
Got it. So this was about the trends in the consumer goods industry. Let's talk about what are the basic challenges or the problems that the consumer goods industry is facing.
Yeah. So the first and the foremost challenge is understanding and winning constrained consumers. What that means is, if I am a customer, if I'm going to buy a T-shirt, I am bound to go with a certain brand that I have been buying from the past 5 years or past 10 years. So how to win that? How to win them? So that is the challenge that industry is facing right now, which is very common. And how do they break that out of that pattern is by doing the right marketing, by doing the right promotions, by placing them into that particular segment effectively. So that is a challenge which the industry is going on right now, and it always has been, and it will always be into that. But you have to identify how position yourself, how you position your products into that, how you position the experience that the customers are getting. That is definitely one of them. Then we have balancing value and volume. So balancing value and volume, I would simply take an example of one of the implementations that we did. So what they were doing was like, in their implementation, they were definitely hitting the volume target. Okay, they were able to sell 3,000 articles a month, but when they looked at it, they were not making profit. Actually, they were burning money out of it. So they did not had any systems. They had the target like we need to sell out 3,000 articles. We need to sell out 3,000 articles, but they could not identify what was the sweet spot where we were not losing money and we were also hitting the target as well. So the common challenge is like not able to find that balance between the value and the volume. Then we have meeting the consumers where they are. So if a particular article of yours is selling more frequently in a downtown area, let's say formal trousers are being mostly sold in the downtown area, then you should be benefiting off
It'll
that.
never be the formal trousers.
It will never be the formal trousers, but sorry, my bad. It should be jeans or it should be some casual wear. So definitely if we can track that data and if we can utilize it and position our articles in such a way in those particular stores, that's going to definitely increase the revenue. Not having the same vanilla implementation, vanilla template, like we would be having 3 of this, 4 of this. That would be all for across US, across India. So that should not be the case. We should be meeting the consumers where they are. If they are looking for casual wears in that particular area, we should be pushing casual wears itself only from in that particular region. Then mastering the omnichannel, as we discussed earlier as well. Definitely omnichannel is a key driving I would say factor and consumer goods industry. Then we have supply chain visibility. Supply chain visibility is basically having the ability to see what order this particular retail store has placed, where is it into the shipment itself only. Do this particular store still need more? Let's say if a particular store has ordered 100 articles of formal shirts, based on the data that we have captured, we can see you are running 70, your monthly sales is 170, but you have only ordered 100. You would be running 70
short.
Yeah. So we can do that with supply chain visibility. We can get a complete visibility. What was the previous order? What was the
In fact, you do not even need orders, right? You can pre-plan it accordingly. You can look at the stock that is available for a particular article and the average number of pieces getting sold for that particular in the last whatever days or months or whatever, right? And accordingly, you can place the order and you can just ship the articles if the stock goes after a particular threshold. Yeah. So you can just execute that, and then that's inventory. That's inventory management.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, like it's not only retails, but the distributors as well can also definitely leverage it. Like if our threshold is 100 and it's going below that, and the festive season is coming in, definitely we need to worry about it and we need to order more.
And yeah, that's inventory management. But when it comes to supply chain visibility, at the end of the day, we want to track where exactly our articles are.
Yeah.
Right. Are they in the transit? Have they crossed this border? Have they are they in the customs, or they've crossed this? They are into this particular step. Because from manufacturing a particular product to getting it off the counter or on the counter to get it sold, there is a cycle that is there, or there is a process that is there. This is exactly what we call a supply chain.
Yeah.
Right. So to have a clear visibility of the stages of the supply chain and whether there is a particular challenge that our team is facing in order to get supplied to the right place at the right time with the right packaging and everything, of course. So that can be clearly seen with the help of Consumer Goods Cloud.
Very well put. Basically, definitely that was one of the things that I was kind of missing out on. But yeah, definitely it's also, that's primarily what supply chain visibility is looking for, along with what I said. Yeah.
All right. Now let's tell me, you've already described a lot of challenges that consumer goods industry is facing right now. And earlier the trends that they have in the industry. Now tell us about how Consumer Goods Cloud can address all of these industry challenges one by one.
So definitely, by, setting the right stock in the right store, at the right place, in the right display,
with the right pricing
and the right time, at the right time as well. So definitely if you do all of that, it's going to be a win-win-win situation. It's a win for the brand as well. It's a win for the retail store as well, because consumers are very happy. They got the article that they were looking for, and for the end consumer as well. Definitely they got the right deal with the right discounts and with the right pricing itself only. So definitely, we can
So you're talking about the placements, right?
the placements.
So you can take care of the placements with the Consumer Goods Cloud. Other than the placements, of course, in the right stores, in the right stock, with the right place, price, and everything. That's very important. Other than that, how it can help the companies which are executing in the consumer goods industry.
So they can definitely, leverage.
Or let's talk about how it can empower the field reps.
Yeah, definitely. If I talk about the field rep, they are the core, I would say the core backbone of this particular industry because they are doing the most of the things and
they are the ones who are actually doing the things.
Yeah. So definitely we have offline mobile app, which is a very key thing when you look at from the field service, perspective. A lot of times they may not have the internet connectivity. They would not be able to do certain things, but they want and they have to do so certain things. So offline mobile capability is definitely which helps us in that. Then store cockpit and tablet UI. Basically, what this is like having a visibility into the store and into the account. What this particular store is, how many orders they have earlier made, what the trend says, what the data says about this particular stores. What are our promotional, articles over there? What are our assets present over there? Let's say if you are from a beverage company, you have placed an asset as well. The refrigerator where you are putting in your, all of that. So complete view we get from field service rep, store cockpit that we get with the mobile application from Consumer Goods Cloud. Then you have sales folder. Sales folder is basically a folder which allows a rep to, have the right things accessible at all times for that particular store, whether it be branding, whether it be promotion, whether it be product related, details. They have all of that inside sales folder. Then we have promotion selling. Definitely we would be running promotions in stores. Then we have penny perfect pricing. So penny perfect pricing is having the capability to get the right price for a particular product, irrespective whether you are online or offline. We will discuss about it in our demo as well and in later stage as well. So penny perfect pricing is that. Irrespective of whether you are offline or online, all the calculations that you have configured in Salesforce, which are applicable for this particular store or this particular account, will be done offline as well. So that is offline penny perfect pricing. Then we have map-based planning and routing, which is basically where we can, do. So we have traveling salesman. If you are from technical background, like traveling salesman problem. So definitely we can utilize AI to, do those kind of routing for us, and not only do the routing, also take into the consideration the live traffic that we have for the particular day and doing the tracking, doing the, route planning for us.
So is it using field service lightning to empower the field reps, or is it just
Salesforce Maps?
Acha.
Yeah, it is using Salesforce Maps. We can extend some of the capabilities of field service lightning if you have field service lightning, and if you have purchased Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud for sales or service, we can leverage that. We have actually leveraged.
So what you're trying to say is that in order to have in order to empower field reps, you do not separately or compulsorily need field service lightning. There are features provided in the Consumer Goods Cloud itself with the help of which you can empower the field reps. But in order to have more capabilities for the field service agents, which are not provided by the Consumer Goods Cloud, then you can have the field service lightning as well.
Yeah, if you want it. In the Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud Retail Execution Edition, you get it out of the box, which typically works for most of the business, but definitely we have seen certain businesses which leveraged field service lightning as well.
Got it. So now let's talk about how Consumer Goods Cloud can improve your retail execution or your overall retail execution for that matter.
So it can actually help in improve efficiency every visit when you do to a particular store. It allows to do product.
By the way, who visits these stores?
Field service reps.
All right. So, but aren't they there in the stores itself? Aren't we having those sales reps do the job, or are there like field service agents who are constantly traveling in a particular area and then they're...
So in consumer goods industry, we have sales agents or sales reps, which have particular accounts, allocated to them, a particular 10 store or 5 stores. They maintain that, and to ensure and enforce whether the agreement that we had done with that particular store, like if you have a shelf of let's say chocolates, in that chocolates 40% of that particular shelf belongs to us, then they need to enforce it. Like if there are 10 chocolate bars visible,
got it, got it.
four of them needs to be of ours. So they need to go to those particular stores and enforce all of that. So field service.
Whatever contracts that we have done with that particular mart or with that particular place or whatever store, we have to get those things executed. And in order to get those things executed, we need our own field service reps who are going to make sure to do certain checks and regular visits. Got it.
It kind of revolves around the promotions as well. If we are running a promotion, we have contracted and we have told them, like, if we were giving it to you for $10, we would be giving it to you for $9. But you need to make sure you are running our promotions, you are putting the right placements at the entry or at the checkout or at the right segment of the clothing itself only. So they need to enforce all of that. So that's why we have efficiency in every visit for the stores. Then we have power productivity to maximize selling time. Then we have deliver perfect execution. So basically all of these I would be discussing in the next slide. So let's move on to the next slide. Yeah. So next slide is improve efficiency in every visit. So basically we can assign the right stores based on the geography or based on the account priority to the agents. Like if a particular store is doing 60% of sales for us in this particular region, then we want to kind of align our rep to go to that store first instead of going into different store. So we can do that. Then we can do visit optimization. So as I was talking about earlier, traveling salesman problem. So if we are not kind of doing the, I would say, right tracking or not tracking, but if we are not doing the right optimization for our routes, then the particular agent would only be going to 7 stores or 10 stores itself only when he could have gone to 15 stores. So we can do that with that. And then we have visit schedule review, which is basically a way where a manager can view which stores we are going to visit today, which rep is going to visit that particular store, and he can actually control that and manage that. And if he wants to make certain changes, he can do that. So definitely it helps us do that. And if the holiday season is coming in, then we can simply, go to the map itself only, Salesforce maps, and then we can simply drag drop the region where we want our sales rep to, do frequent checks. Or if the last check happened 3 days ago, typically we do it every 10 days. I want it every 3 days because the, festive season is coming in. He can do that with all of that. So it will improve the efficiency for every visit. Then we have power productivity to maximize selling time. So 360-degree store review, it is basically the capability that we discussed earlier as well, where a sales rep can see all the information about the store, about the account, and all the history that we have for that particular store within that view itself only, which allows, to identify what this particular, store has in place, what are our promotions that they should be running, what are the orders that they have placed, which are in transit right now that we were discussing earlier. So sales rep can also view them. Like, okay, you are short, or you are running short on let's say jeans, and you need them right away, but my tracker is saying it would take 3 more days. So I would escalate it so that you get it today itself only. So they can do all of that. Then we have accelerated productivity with insight and task assignment. So definitely we can assign tasks to them. So let's say if we have a POS system for that particular store, we can simply assign a task for them, like you need to go and verify that and check that. Then we have insights, which allows us to see, you need to go and check whether our, whether our article, whether our earphones that we are selling in that particular store is out of stock or not, because our data says based on the other stores in that area that it should have been out of stock. Why it's not going out of stock? Or if it's out of stock, the store manager does not know about it. So that can actually help us in doing all of that. Then we have drive sell-in and sell-through with promotions. So definitely promotions actually helps us a lot, and we can control, we can run them. We can view the running promotions. We can view the upcoming promotions and whether that particular store is ready for that upcoming promotion or not. If the upcoming promotion requires a certain banner to be placed, if that banner is not available itself only, then how can they run it? So definitely that we can do. Then we have team coaching. With the tracking, the manager can view what that particular sales rep has done and he can actually guide that particular person throughout his journey, throughout, his journey.
Definitely.
Yeah. Then we have deliver perfect execution regardless of connectivity. So we have offline, stores. And when I say offline store or not offline stores, we have offline mobile capability, which we discussed earlier. So it can definitely help us do that.
Definitely.
Yeah. And okay, I see. All right. Yeah. Then
Definitely.
So yeah, let me have some water.
Definitely.
Definitely.
All right. Deliver perfect execution regardless of connectivity. What that basically means is that even if you want to sell, even if you want to sell something, if you even if the connectivity is a problem, the execution should be perfect. So it supports the selling with the offline module, or you can do checkouts, and you can do everything without being connected in an offline mode as well. And you can increase the merchandising and planogram compliance with AI. What that means is something that Vishwajit is going to explain. So let's have
Yeah,
him.
definitely. So
Definitely.
okay, all right. What can I do?
Definitely.
Okay, this is going to be the highlight for this webinar.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Are we up? All
Okay,
right, let's
so-
have him.
Increase merchandise planogram compliance with AI. So planogram is basically what I discussed earlier. If we have a shelf, and in that shelf we have a contracted, like out of that shelf visibility, 60% of visibility will be ours. How do we enforce that? So planogram helps us do that. We can do planogram check manually, and we can do planogram check via AI as well with the Einstein Vision, which Salesforce has right now discontinued, although it's available, but they are not selling it anymore. But they definitely have something in the works for the future.
Definitely.
Other than that, we have top selling items are always in stock. So we can keep track of that, and we can always ensure that we have those stocks.
Always available to sell.
Yeah.
And then we can prioritize visits with visit recommendations.
Yeah, visit recommendation is a capability which we get with Salesforce Einstein. It kind of analyzes the data that we have for inventory, the data that we have for store itself only, and allows us to kind of say like you should be going to this particular store based on the data that we have, not to this particular store. So visit recommendation helps us do that. Next, we have turn order takers into order makers. Basically, what this is like allowing the sales rep to do things which they would not have been able to do earlier, which is take orders from the mobile app itself only on behalf of the store, then having them give their instructions for the invoicing, for the delivery, showing them the invoice, like this is the invoice, this is the pricing. The pricing would be penny perfect pricing. I will be explaining that in a while. And then taking a signature of the manager or whosoever the person is in that particular store, and then placing that order. All of that from mobile app. And if the mobile app is offline, whenever it gets online, it will place that order. And when it's placing that order, it will always check whether we have that particular article or items in our inventory or not. If it isn't, it would simply give an error. So it has all of that capability. So what penny perfect pricing is, so we have a base price. Let's say if we are selling a trouser for $150, that is the base price. Then we have promotion that is going on, which says 10% discount. So 10% discount would be applied onto it. Then we have volume discounts. It could be volume discount, like if you're buying 100 articles, then you would get an additional 5% off. If you are a preferred partner, if you have additional discounting as per our sales agreement, that would be applied as well. Then if there are some tax limitations, it would simply implement that as well. It would simply do all of that based on the synchronization that we did when we were online. It would do all of that calculation. It would apply that while making the order. While making that order, it would be there, and we would be able to see all of that in our invoicing as well. That is penny perfect offline pricing. Then we have mobile order capture, as I explained. Then we have definitely promotions that we can utilize. And next we have sales agreement lifecycle. where we can manage the sales agreement and track the agreement pricing that we have contracted with that particular store. For like these many articles, we would be giving a 5% discount. These articles we would be giving a 10% discount, and incorporate that in our pricing. We can do that. Next.
With all of this, Consumer Goods Cloud also provides you to a feature, not just a feature, but capabilities to do the performance monitoring and the retrospective with the help of analytics that it provides you. It's a very deep, insightful insight that you get through the reports and the dashboards provided with the Consumer Goods Cloud, which helps you identify the following: prioritizing store visits, whether if required, increasing average order value, or it helps. So basically this is what it helps you do. Like if you analyze and you monitor the performance, it helps you prioritize store visits. It helps you increase the average order value. It recommends you the relevant products. It increases the field reps productivity, of course, which is very, very important considering the cost dynamics that are involved into consumer goods industry. Then comes it also helps you provide the store demographic analysis, and also to centralize various data sources. It helps you centralize various data sources, and and it also helps you analyze the top performing stores, and it provides personalized to provide the personalized coachings to the sales reps that are out there who are selling the particular things, or to the field service reps, if it is related to the field service reps. So improve your reps effectiveness with retail execution. So this is a simple example of how using Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud can help you increase the effectiveness of the retail execution. With it helps you increase the revenue. It helps you increase the field service reps productivity. It helps you improves the visibility of the overall business and the supply chain and the inventory and everything. And starting from I should not use manufacturing, but let's call it this way. Starting from zero till the time you're selling it to the customer, all of this experience, all of the interactions, all of the transactions, all of the data is getting tracked, and with the help of that data, that gives you the real-time visibility onto how your business is performing, rather than waiting for Excel sheets to come up and then waiting for people to compile it for the next quarter meetings. Right? It helps you improve your strategies with real-time analysis. It helps you coach your sales reps. It helps you save time. It helps you in successful order transmissions, and makes you more data powered or data enabled, right? That's what it helps. Now let's talk about the key benefits of Consumer Goods Cloud. So the major ones are simplified selling, of course, when everything will be strategized in the best possible way, and will not be dependent onto the capabilities of the sales reps, but the capabilities of the one who is strategizing it for all of the business. The selling is going to be simplified. Account growth empowerment. So with intelligent insights and reports, of course, you'll be having increased sales and increased revenues for your strategic growth. Then comes smart promotion management. This is really, really a big problem for a lot of consumer goods companies or consumer goods brands that are out there. But it helps you manage that very, very easily with the module that comes along with it. Then comes funds and budget management. It helps you track all of the budgets and the funds related to that as well. Then comes perfect store execution. We have already discussed that in a very detailed way. And of course, the customer satisfaction, because that comes customer satisfaction, customer's experience is an outcome of the activities done the right way, right? So if you'll just do the right things at the right place at the right time with the right price and the right promotion, customer satisfaction is an inevitable byproduct. Then let's talk about the data model of Consumer Goods Cloud. Here we have, this is what it looks like. At the bottom, we have platform capabilities, and at the top layer, we have the functional capabilities, and at the middle layer, we have the functional capabilities, and at the top, we have different channels through which we can communicate or we can interact with our customers, right? So all of these are clubbed together. So let's talk about the channels. There are in-store experiences which you can capture through the different devices and everything from there, or the mobile phones that the sales reps are using, or the data that is collecting onto every POS or everything is also coming through that channel. Then comes the online stores that you have created, the mobile platforms that you have, the social media platforms that you have, and all of those things are feeding in data into your consumer goods cloud. Then comes the functional capabilities, which is all about how can you manage your sales, how can you manage your channel, how can you manage your field reps, how can you manage your customer support or customer service, how can you manage your commerce, how can you manage your online store, how can you manage your marketing, whether it be related to email marketing or social media or whatever, how can you manage all of the journeys related to that, and how can you build communities for your partners and for your vendors to communicate together so that you can have a unified data for all of your business. Then comes the platform capabilities. Of course, this is a purely natively built application, or not an application but a cloud on top of Salesforce platform. So it has all of the platform's capability, whether it be related to SSOT, which is single source of truth for all of your identity management and everything, along with Einstein capabilities. Then you have intelligence and analytics, which helps you identify the right activity, which helps you identify or which helps you analyze what is right for your business and what is not, with the help of Einstein, of course, and also like Tableau and Datorama, which comes along the way. Then you can integrate it with different platforms, either using the APIs or using MuleSoft. Then comes data sources. It also captures data from different sources, whether it be the OMS, whether it be the ERPs that you have been using for your supply chain and everything, whether it be the third-party data or anything related anything like that. So this is exactly how the data model of Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud looks like. So you can just capture a screenshot if you want to,
or download the PDF from the link.
Better download the PDF so that you can you can get all of the data hands-on.
Definitely.
Now now I think it's time for the demo. In order to provide you or in order to entertain you with the demo of Consumer Goods Cloud, I guess we should give you a customer overview for whom we have created this demo. So there is a company out there called as Taste Frenzy. This is based in sunny California. Okay. Sunnyvale it is. As sunny California. Oh, all right. Based out of California, and is a leading retail powerhouse known for delicious food items. Their core mission is to offer a wide range of food and beverage options that appeal to their customers of all ages. They aim for consistent product availability and seek to enhance their supply chain process to ensure efficient stocking in all their served stores. So let's have the demo.
All right. So the demo, the brand that we have discussed is a brand that we have assumed for our demo. So right now,
assumed or served?
I would not be able to give up the name of the brand that we have served.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So for the demo, I would be going to the core, the backbone of the consumer goods industry, the field service rep. So over here, I hope it's visible. Is it visible? Okay, it's visible. All right. So we have the sales rep login into the offline store. So right now in the offline store, this is the main homepage. In the homepage itself only, we can see like Chantel has 7 visitations that she needs to take care of. Then we have sales bulletin, which is basically a bulletin which allows a manager to kind of, showcase certain, capabilities like out of stock alert. So in out of stock alert, we can see like this particular, store is going to run out of stock. So we can see all of that. Then we have visits for the today, which we would be, going into the detail in a while. Then we have reporting, which allows a reporting for all the customers that are assigned to this particular rep. Then we have activities that this particular rep has to do in various stores. Then we have guidance. So the sales rep might not be able to know like where the next store is, where I have to go. So the sales rep can simply, utilize the guidance from over here itself only by clicking to navigate to. We would be, simply opening the Google Maps. So I would not be opening that for now because I'm not in California right now. So then we have CRM analytics, basically an analytics view, which allows us to get better visibility of the assigned, stores to us and accounts to us. Now, then we have overdue customers, the customers which we haven't visited. So Chantel has 8 of them, which she hasn't visited in a while. So all of that is over here. Now, if I go into the calendar for the visitations, so this is my daily visitations look like. So I will simply go to a particular visitation. So let's assume I am at the store. All right. So right now, what you are seeing is the store. This is the store cockpit that we were talking about. In this particular cockpit, we can see the complete customer details. The store manager information, the sales folder, the intelligent alerts, and then we have activity performance, how this particular store has been, performing. Then we have CRM analytics specifically for this particular store. So I haven't configured that for this particular demo, but we can configure them. Then we have customer tasks that are assigned for this. Then we can see the order history. As I was talking about, we would be able to see the complete order history. So we can see the complete order history from over here itself only. Then we can create a follow-up visit, or we can view the previous follow-up visit as well. So let's say you are into that particular store and you feel like we again need to visit this store because it is lacking certain marketing promotion materials. So you would want to again, schedule a follow-up visit for that. We can do that. Then we have account receivables, basically the amount that this particular store needs to pay, which this particular store haven't. So again, this is a complete cockpit. We can customize it by extending the needs using a modular. That's a very complex implementation, but yeah, we can do that. We can extend it. Then for the activities which are assigned to this particular rep are store check. If I click on store check, I have a lot of questions which are being asked, like what the beverage feature is set on the right temperature or not. Take a picture of that. So if I click on it, it would simply allow me to take a picture. So, but I would not be taking a picture of mine. Then we have which POS type is being used. Is the beverage shelf aligned correctly? What the fridge, is fridge available or not? If it is available, then you can see like we have a dependent questions, a lot of them. So we can do that. Then we have a lot of questions. Again, all of these questions that you are viewing are completely customizable and configurable, and we can configure them as per our needs. We can do that. So I will simply ask certain questions as yes, and then I will simply go back. I do not need to click on save. As soon as I am just simply, choosing the option, it is, storing them, saving them. Then we have capture survey. So again, we have a survey. A survey is basically allowing us to like how many facings are given to this particular product. So Yeti bar blueberry, how many facings it has into that particular domain itself only. So it has 4 facings. I can increase that or decrease that. I can also set the price which has been set, or whether the advertisement material placed or not. We can set that as well from over here. So again, this is completely customizable, configurable. We can configure however we want, and we can change it as per our needs, as per the visit that we are doing, as per the analysis that we are tracking. So we can do all of that. Then we can also track assets as well. So yes, assets are there. If you are into a beverage industry, you would be providing them the refrigerator as well for storing those, cold drinks and other things as well. And so you would be doing all of that. Then we can capture an order as well from over here itself only. So if I click on an order, and if I click on standard order, I can, buy all of these items that I want. So I will simply say I want these 5 items. Then I would want to go to the next page, which is the notes. Over here, I can provide the invoice note. So invoice will be paid in cash. And then we have delivery. In the delivery note, we can, simply drop in whatever we want. Only deliver this or only hand over this to the manager, Peter itself only. Only hand over to Peter only. Not only, I have already done that. And then we can move on to the next piece, which is header. Now this is the place where we can see the pricing which has come across. So this pricing is again using the penny perfect logic. So it's utilizing that. If I click on this, an invoice would be displayed from within the app itself only, which we can share according to our needs. So you can see the complete details over here into that itself only, like what was the amount and everything. And once I am okay, I will be clicking on payment collected, and then I will be releasing it. When I click on releasing it, it would again show me, okay, the customer ID is this, the amount is this, we want to take a signature from whosoever is signing this. So we have given the name. When I click on this, it would be capturing the signature as well. Right now, I have just simply made any signature.
There's not even a signature.
It's not even a signature. I know that, but I had to do something. So yeah. So if I do that, so the order is done, and we would be able to track that and view that in Salesforce now. Then we have the capabilities of being able to call the manager from over here itself. As soon as I click on it, it would be a call would be made. So this is the mobile app. Now I will be showing you how it would look in Salesforce. So in Salesforce, let's assume, let me check whether, see, this is the synchronization is happening. I'm not sure it would be done within this demo time frame. It might take a couple of minutes. So I will be simply taking an example of an earlier visit that I have done. So this is the store visitation, again to the same store, enter store to not one. I will simply click on view questions. It will give me the questions that were answered. So we have a complete track of it. Now just assume you would be able to see the questions, see the surveys, see the promotion checks 3 months back, 1 year back. You would be able to track all of that, and you would be utilize it for your better decision making. So that is something that we have over here. Then we have view surveys. Again, view survey would allow us to kind of track all of that. And then if I talk about, we can view assets and orders as well. What were the status of the assets during that visit? We would be able to track that. If I click on view orders, we can see the order was placed by this particular user, which was $22. We can see that. Now, as I said earlier, the inventory is maintained for all of that. So inventory is maintained for the sellable goods, and in the inventory itself only, we would be able to see. So this was the item that I had purchased. If I click on it, it is showing me the inventory transactions. So right now I have 4,440 blueberry bars available for me. And we can see the track of where they were consumed. The initial were 5,000, but now we have 4,400 left only. So where they were consumed, we can see data of that as well. So see, inventory check is available for us. So that is there. Now, if I talk about the questions, so the questions, as I said earlier, they are completely configurable. You can configure them as per your needs. So as you can see, we can definitely do that. So we can create an activity. So again, there are a lot of objects and a lot of implications in that, not implications, but a lot of things inside that. But definitely we can utilize that. So in related section, you can see the questions, the second placement, quality of display. This question is of survey type. This question is of question type. So we can do that. And we can configure all of it. So it's completely configurable. As per our needs, we can configure it specifically for a retail store group, for a region, or for a specific store itself only. Next, we have this view, the map view that I was talking about. If we have a festive season coming in, we can simply drag drop our region and run our visitations accordingly. So yeah, that's all. And one more thing, then we can also view this kind of chart as well, which is basically showing a store and its metrics, like how it is performing. So this particular product, which is how well it is performing. This particular Nutri-Stop is performing how well. We can see all of that. It's completely accessible to us. So there are a lot of things that we can do with CGC. I will not be able to cover all of them. There are still a lot of left. Visit recommendation, trade promotion, and a lot of that.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So yeah, that's a brief demo, and yeah, there are a lot of things that we can do.
On CGC.
On CGC, yes.
All right. How industry giants are leveraging Salesforce CGC in their business. Let's talk about some brands which are already using Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud and are paving their way forward. Number one is L'Oreal. They're using it. Salesforce highly promotes them. Highly promotes or owns as a tag that a brand like L'Oreal, which has got a great distribution of their products and runs in multiple countries, is how well they are managing all of their consumer goods related things on top of Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud. Another brand is General Mills, which does business into packaged food items. Then it's PepsiCo. Of course, I do not have to explain what do they do. Then it's Calavo. They sell packaged fruit, typically avocado. So all of these brands are using consumer goods cloud of Salesforce and getting the best out of it into their business. And now the question is how Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud aligns within the Salesforce ecosystem. So let's try to understand that a little bit better. So within the Salesforce ecosystem, as this is an application, or as this cloud is built on top of the Salesforce core platform itself, it has all of the capabilities of the Salesforce CRM. Along with that, it can get easily integrated with all of the other clouds of Salesforce as well. Be it Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, or anything else. Of course, with the connectors, either with the connectors or with the help of APIs. Of course, not with the APIs in the core case cloud. in the clouds of itself. Or with the Salesforce clouds, the integration does not need to happen with APIs. There are connectors. If there are connectors already pre-built, if the platform is not already built on top of Salesforce platform, for that matter, Marketing Cloud. If Marketing Cloud is not purely built onto Salesforce core platform or Salesforce force.com platform, if anybody knows that. So hence there is a Marketing Cloud connector that is there, and same I guess is with Commerce Cloud. But all of the other clouds are seamlessly integrated with it, and all of the Salesforce core cloud or core platforms capability comes as a CRM capabilities on top of it. Then comes utilization of field service lightning. As we were discussing earlier, if you want to empower your field service reps even more, and you want to even track them to the like tiniest of the parts, you can utilize the field service lightning and get the power of it into your business. Then comes AI powered insights with Salesforce and Einstein. There's nothing that we can say about it. You do not have to worry about this AI term if you have already used the Salesforce platform, because Salesforce has been very, very high onto its AI Einstein since 2000, I don't know, 16, and they've been working very, very hard onto it. And it's a purely mature using, which are creating random recommendations or which are generating random data, which is not even relevant. So yeah, that's one of the best ones out there in the industry. Next is MuleSoft for consumer goods. So you can use MuleSoft for consumer goods cloud to connect it with different platforms, different ERPs, different POS systems. If you're already using some dated ones, I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, you can use MuleSoft for integrating with literally anything and everything. Then comes B2B CRM for consumer goods. What is that?
So basically, we can integrate B2B CRM for consumer goods, where we have the capability of maintaining sales agreement, running rebates, doing B2B loyalty as well, extending the capabilities of consumer goods to Commerce Cloud itself only. So we can do that with B2B CRM for consumer goods. So it allows to kind of do all of that. And then there are a lot of things which aren't listed down over here, but definitely are part of it, which we have discussed briefly in our discussion itself only, like being able to utilize Experience Cloud for retail stores itself only, so that they are able to place orders from there itself only, raise certain cases and manage them over there itself only. A lot of things are going on in that, and definitely there are a lot of capabilities. Again, it's built on the force.com platform, the core platform. So the possibilities are endless, because Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, the core platform is something that can be integrated to a lot of things, and it's very open. We have the Apex and WC to do a lot of other things as well along with it. So yeah. Just one thing I would like to highlight along with this is the offline app that you saw. We can extend that as well. There is a custom development for that as well, so we can extend that as well using custom modeler.
And is that a hybrid app?
Yeah. It would run both on Android and iOS. So we are not making the code changes into the Apex, Kotlin, or iPhone, Swift itself only. We are basically making changes into the way.
Apex Scotland, no, it's Android Scotland.
Sorry, yeah, Apex. My bad. Android Scotland and iOS
iPhone Swift.
iPhone Swift, yeah. So we are not making changes into that itself only. We are kind of, making changes how the view is rendered right now. So we are making changes into that.
Got it. Now the next question is how to choose the right implementation partner. Of course, you do not have to worry about it. You have already landed on the right one.
Yes.
But still, I have to complete the presentation or the webinar. So let's go about it. They should know about the industry know-how because it'll be a tough job for you to explain them about the industry and what matters for this particular industry and how this industry is evolving. Till the time you'll catch up the trend of the industry now, another trend will be online. Then comes check their Salesforce partnership, how well they can get things sorted with Salesforce and how mature their partnership is. Then comes are they tech savvy or not, because there's a lot of technical things that are involved in here. Because when you talk about consumer goods industry, it's not just only the core cloud that you are purchasing or that you're buying that is going to solve the problem. It's going to be a lot of different integrations with the different systems that you already have in place, which is going to happen. So they need to be very, very technical rather than just having enough idea about consumer goods cloud. Then comes tailoring and integration, exactly what I was talking about. Then comes their project management excellency, and then post implementation assistance, whether they're providing that or not, and whether they have already done it for somebody or not. Now it's the time for Q&As. So let's have it. Do we have some? Some. All right, Saikat, a quick question. Can this in-store navigation be done for end users as well?
Good question. Can this navigation be done? In-store navigation?
For an end user, can this, no, sorry. Be done for end users as well instead of sales reps? I mean, if you want to do it for the end users, why don't you give them the the access to the online application?
Yeah, that's a very simple.
In-store navigation. So in-store navigation, where which section has got what products and everything. I mean, if it's standardized for the stores that you have.
Basically what Saket is thinking, I'm not sure, Saket, you can confirm what I believe.
Means instead of field sales reps, can it be for an end user? From the explanation of Vishwajit, it appears so, but want to confirm. No, it is not for them. It is for field sales reps only. It's not for end users,
it's
right?
It's for field rep only.
I mean, why would an end user want that? End user is a customer of the consumer goods industry, right? Or the business of it, right? I mean, if you're out there, if you're going out there to buy a Pepsi, let's say, why would you need an app to buy a Pepsi? You just want to go to the section where Pepsi is placed, and you just want to pick it up from there, and just go ahead about it. Which feature of are you most interested in? Okay, so this is a key point. Thanks. Okay. So hi sir, I update on your Salesforce developer playlist. What update are you looking for in my Salesforce developer playlist? What's the name? Soumya. You just tell me that. Can we go down? Can I say Salesforce is a good for a long-term career? Think so. Our careers are built. Have started at least onto this, so seems like a good one till date. Hi Shreya, I'm Shreya Ajay. But anyways, I don't mind. Hi Shreya Sharma, can I get your email? Need to talk. Madhusudan, you just feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn. You can just message me over here and I'll be happy to answer. Lalit, does consumer goods platform support rain check?
He means to say the store is not like the sales rep.
Can you please elaborate what is a rain check, Lalit? Please elaborate on limitations of consumer goods cloud.
So limitations for consumer goods cloud is like the field service rep. The offline app has certain limitations with the data that it can store. It can only hold prior 30 days data itself only. And if I talk about the implications of CG cloud, not the implication limitations, but one thing that I can think of is implementing consumer goods cloud takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of discovery. If you're not doing that, you are going to run into a lot of rabbit holes will just keep on, making changes, keep on doing development itself only. So you need to make sure you are not following or not falling into that trap.
Hope that answers. Do we have more? Lalit, can you, if you're already online, can you please explain what is rain check that you're trying to ask for?
Meanwhile, based on what I have understood from his question, yes, a sales rep can, the field service rep can reschedule it or can request a newer time for that. So that's definitely a possibility.
There's one more. Where is it? No, these are all of my comments that you're going to.
What's the advantage of Consumer Goods Cloud over a legacy or other third-party software?
Number one, it's a cloud.
Yes.
No, it's absolutely a cloud, and then you want to add more to it?
So definitely it's
Definitely.
it's a cloud-based application. Along with it has the capability of doing offline app, and it has penny perfect pricing, and then it's built on Salesforce CRM. So there are a lot of things that we can do on top of it. We don't have to go to a different platforms for doing certain things. So yeah, you can simply utilize
Can
that.
we go a little bit above to answer his question? All right. Enric, number one, it's built on top of Salesforce platform. So the legacy or the third-party softwares that we get do not provide you the kind of security and the infrastructure underlying which Salesforce does. So of course, the capabilities and the power of Salesforce is going to be a big advantage. But at the same point of time, the ability to scale up and the ability to scale down as and when required is also going to make a lot of difference in terms of licenses and everything. Because a lot of time what happens is in order to just have one thing, in order to just like whenever a consumer goods brand gets started, they face a big challenge buying or purchasing or implementing a legacy or a third party software. The reason is very simple because number one, it's very costly. Number two, it's difficult to implement and difficult to teach or coach to the people out there. And the integration with that is also very difficult. And also the one more thing is anything and everything that you need extra, you'll have to get it custom developed, and whether that will be developed the best way possible for your industry or for your business is going to be a question always. But when you and the time to the market is also going to be one thing. So Consumer Goods Cloud is already built for the companies as big as L'Oreal and PepsiCo. So that gives you the benefit of having the features developed in such a way that even if you're a small brand or a big brand like them, you can get advantage of it. But in case you would want some custom features to be developed, you do not have to worry much about being dependent onto the third-party software provider or being dependent onto the one who has created that legacy software, because the Consumer Goods Cloud is built on top of Salesforce platform, and any Salesforce developer can build that additional functionality as an application or as a functionality or a feature on top of Salesforce platform, which you can use along with Consumer Goods Cloud. So if that makes any sense, do you agree?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. Any more questions you have? Traceability, this is exactly inventory management. Achha, so this walk-in drive kab hai? Check out our website or social media handles. You'll be getting more information there. Quite informative sessions. Thanks, Mohit. We're done? On YouTube, do we have more? No. All right. So with that, we conclude this session. Here are, of course, we would like to show some references. Here are some references, and from where we have captured some data and everything. And and the next slide. We thank you for staying so long and being part of the session. You have been amazing. You have been an amazing audience. We enjoyed providing this session. Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.